this mosaic training video, I'm going to go through the machine dialog setup in the optimizer. So if you're using the Mosaic CNC version or the Mosaic Manufacturing Plus Optimizer version, this will apply to you. If you're in the optimizer and you go to your libraries tab, machines, this actually opens up the machine dialog. We've done a lot of cleanup in the particular dialogues for both the CNC machine as well as the table saw. We've removed a number of features that were conflicting between the CNC and the saw. As you can see over here on the left, the setup machine is grayed out when you have the saw type saw selected, because this is a Mosaic Enterprise Edition feature specifically set up for a beam saw. Now, if you're using a regular table saw or a panel saw, we've made our picture for your cuts a lot more clear. So if you're selecting either, you can see the arrows will designate which direction these cuts can be optimized. Crosscut goes crosscut through the material. Rip goes with the grain or ripping through the actual material. So you can now clearly see how these are set up. We still have the rotate sheets on printouts. That probably won't be used very often now because we've added the feature pack to corner. This will pack the material, whether it be in the upper right, lower left, or upper left corner of your actual material. Sheets for booking. This can be changed. As you can see, number 1 means no booking. Booking represents when you're stacking sheets on top of each other and cutting them at one time. That is typically used for a beam saw versus a regular table saw. Now, if you look here in the center on the saw, you have 3-phase cuts. Okay, let me uncheck this box. You can see what a 3-phase cut is. So if you're cross-cutting your material, it'll just cross-cut through it. A 3-phase cut allows you to cross-cut and then rip, or rip and then cross-cut after that piece is initially cut. Log fitting can be checked. If 2 pieces are the exact same angle, they can be log fitting on the actual material. That is an option that is available but rarely used. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck both the 3-phase cuts and the log fitting option. Now let's review the actual CNC router version also. You can see now your tool set is allowed to be attached to the specific machine. So if you have 2 or more CNC routers, each one can have an independent tool set, or you could set up 2 of the same machines with different tool sets for each if you'd like. Let's say if you're cutting cabinet parts, and then you have a totally independent tool set you want to use for making MDF doors. And you can see right under the machine name, we've also added an option called abbreviated name. You can actually make a name abbreviation based on the particular machine you are setting up. This comes in very handy if you have multiple machines and you are using the custom G code option that we also have in the software. You still have the rotate sheet on printouts, but once again, you can pack to corner now, so that would probably be a rarely used feature. And we've also added an auto cut remnants feature. Once you check this, you can enter a minimum edge length. So if I enter a minimum edge length of 6, that means the remnant will be 6 inches by 6 inches in length. And this will automatically mark 1 remnant per sheet for you after you optimize it. Let's select OK. And let's go ahead and optimize this job, and let's review how the remnants work here. Now you can see, like on sheet number 2 here, pattern number 2, it is cut 1 remnant, one of the largest remnants you can select here on this particular sheet. Let's go to the other sheets. Now you can see the remnants are automatically marked on pattern 9, 11, and 12. The reason pattern 8 is not selected, this edge is definitely longer than 6 inches, but you can see right here the opposite edge is not. It's only 5 and 7/16. So both edges would have to be larger than that 6-inch value. So you can use that auto remnants and mark one remnant per sheet that is the largest to get a better yield and restock the remnant for future use.